2.5 weeks later, I received my electronic control unit, the ECU, and then I'm fitting it here. It's not that easily fitted because it sits behind the rectifier and there are a few difficult to access bolts for refitting. So it took me quite a while. A professional probably would have done it in a fraction of the time, but I'm just an amateur. So got this thing fitted on again and wired everything up. The wiring is color coded, so you can't go much wrong. There are a couple of wires which do not exactly conform to the opposite in the color coding, but I noticed that beforehand. Here I'm just replacing some couple of wires from the wiring harness on the engine with some wires from connections from the old ECU. Those connections weren't quite good on the wiring harness. So it's good to have an inverter for 220 volts, so to be able to use soldering iron and heat shrink. Also, yeah, for the heat gun for the heat shrink. Anyway, back to the wiring. Wired everything up. I had one cable left over with the same color coding, so basically I had 3 cables to fit it together and one left over, so I had one redundant cable. So the after wiring everything up, the engine actually did not run. So I talked to my best friend in Germany, Udo. He's a master car mechanic and a lifelong sailor and a yacht owner. He's very highly skilled and often gave me really good advice in the past when it comes to fixing things or sorting things out on a boat. His suggestion was the obvious one, to look at the wiring diagram. I didn't have one, so I downloaded one when I was back home again, and a few days later I went back to the boat, looked at it, and the 3 cables with the same color coding, I connected the 2 together, and that was also the 2 wrong ones, so I had to change them over, and then the engine actually did run, which you can see here in a minute. So we now have the new control unit, the ECU, all put in, all built in, and everything is checked, and then let's have a go at this. Yeah, engine is running, so I can tidy the cables up, finish everything off, and that will be it. Super! So that's the cover up, cables tied it. So